Hello there, this is John from Jolly Thinkers, and I want to introduce a new game to you. It's called Sonne und Mond, and you can play it between 2 and 4 players. And it depicts some great cards, really great artwork here. 29 sunrise cards here, and 29 moonrise cards. You also have 5 eclipse cards, 5 lunar eclipses, and 5 solar eclipses. So let's look at the way to play the game in more detail. The overall idea of the game is to have, I'm going to explain to you 2 and 3 player game to you. You basically build up sunrise cards or moonrise cards in front of you. And once you have a row of say 5 cards or more, 7 cards, you can collect them and keep them as points. The way you build them up, as you can see here, is a sort of an increasing sunrise. And that's the way you build up the cards. Maybe you sort of put down a 16 first, and then maybe you'll put that one next. That's, in a sense, the next one, and you can put this one down as well. Now, when you put down an animal, you need to play another card. You should normally only play 1 card at a time, but if you put an animal card down, you can play another card as well. Not necessarily to the same, you can play it to the moonrise if you want to. And likewise here, you would put that here. Now, be careful, if you put this one down first, then you can't place that down. That can't be put inside. That can't be put here, of course. So you need to, the order is very important, the way you put them down. Now, on one of your turns, when you come to 5 cards in front of you, you can collect the cards as your points. Okay, that's very simple. But what other players may want to do is to try and stop you. The way to stop you is to play a solar eclipse in a certain place. Now, what you'll do is you'll probably play it here. It's probably the best place to play. And now this disrupts this 5 in a row sequence. So now there's only 3 and 1 in a row. And so this kind of slows the gameplay down and stops people from taking up cards so quickly. But that's easily solved if you place another card down on this place here. And now this is a good sequence to be able to pick up the cards. And that can be done on the sunrise cards and the moonrise cards. Okay, so let's play the 3-player game I'm just about to describe to you now, and I'm mixing all the cards, shuffling cards all together, the sun cards as well as the moon cards and the eclipses, both types of eclipses. So I'll give that a good shuffle, and I'll deal 5 cards to each player. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, now I've drawn straws, so I'm going first. I look at my cards, and it's good to play a middle card because you can play it yourself or you can play it to other people. So I'm going to play a 14. That's right in the middle there, moon. And I've also got an animal here, so that means I have to play again. And then I'll play a 17. So I'm playing to myself. Okay, over to Locke. What are you going to play? So he's played a 20. He's also he's got an animal there, so you have to play again. And he's also played a moon, which doesn't have an animal. So Joyce, what are you going to play? Playing a 13. Unlucky for some. Okay. Now let's see. I'm going to play a 19 to myself. Okay. Got an animal, and now I'm going to play to Joyce. I'm going to try and stop her at the bottom end, so I'm going to play a 5 to her. Hey, these are the rules, come on. Okay, up to Locke, what are you going to play? And then Locke, we've kind of ganged up against Joyce, and now Joyce is rather cut up because she's got to get 5 cards. Okay, I'll go quickly over to what Joyce is playing. Joyce is playing a 3 to Locke, and that also blocks him up. And now I've got to play mine, and I'm going to play also over to Locke. So that's right. Okay. So now I have no cards, but what I'll do is I'll pick up the cards when it's my turn to play. Over to you, Locke. 15. That's me. Thank you very much. Oh. Okay. He wanted to play it to me, but he's not trying to benefit me. Now it's over to Joyce. Joyce is now using her... No, what's she got? Oh, she's playing that. So now she's kind of partially blocked me here. Now it's my turn, so now I pick up 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and play those 5 cards straight away. And that's we'll look at the game a little bit later on. So Joyce, it's your turn. What cards have you got? Okay, playing a 19. You got an animal, so play again. No, you can't actually take the cards on this turn, I'm afraid. You have to put them back. You use 1 complete turn to take all the cards up. So unfortunately it has to stay there. Someone might put a lunar eclipse down to stop you, but at the moment we have to see what happens. Now it's my turn, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in a row, and I'll pick my cards up. I want to use my turn, and I can only do that, and so I got 5 cards for myself. So over to Locke. What are you going to do? So Locke seems to be in some sort of trouble here. He's trying to fix it, so he puts it in between, but unfortunately he can't put it anywhere. This 8 here can't go in this pile here, it can't go in here, and likewise it can't go here. So basically when that happens, we're known as destroying yourself. So all the cards in your hand, all the rows that you have, I'm afraid, so, okay, please, are destroyed and taken away, and they're put in a discard pile. And here's to start from scratch again. Okay, Joyce, it's your turn. So now you can pick up your cards. Oh, do you want to pick up your cards? So there's a choice here. So you can either pick up 5 cards. Do you want to pick up 5 cards? Oh, you do. Okay, 1, 2. You can either pick up 5 cards or pick up... You want to pick up 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that means she can't pick up the cards now. So she's trying to get in the way now. But luckily, I have a card to fill in here, so I could put that here. I have in my card here, I have a 4 and a 12, so I could also put that there, so that fills that in. Or I can play a 4 here if I want to, and later on, fill this up. And actually what I can do, because this has an animal, so I can put a 4 down now, and I have to put another another card down, sorry, and then put a 12 in. So I've actually not been hurt, so... Okay, Locke, it's your turn. But you've got no cards. Okay, so I'll give you cards from here. Now, there are only 3 cards here, so this is the discard pile. So, wait a second. We'll give you 5 cards in total. So these are your 5 cards, and you have 5 cards to go. And you will play like that. Now, the game continues on, and people are playing cards to each other or to themselves, and it's played to the point... Thank you very much, Locke. It's played to the point that there are no more cards to play. Now, how does that game end is there could be cards in the discard pile and there could be cards in the draw pile. But when there are no cards, they've all been drawn, and there are no cards, and someone needs to draw cards, that's the beginning of the end of the game. So for instance, Joyce has to draw some more cards, so there's no cards to draw. It's the end of the game, because there's no cards. Okay. And then we basically have one more turn, a normal turn each. Now if I had 5 cards, I'd pick them up, or I could play a card to Locke if I wanted to. Now at the end of the game, it's quite simple scoring. The cards that you took before are positive points, and these are 0 points. So this one, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 points here. However, in front of me here are negative points. They're incomplete turns, incomplete rows. I've only got 4 here. Here's 4, and then each of them are negative points apart from the cards here. And that's basically how you play. So that's how you play the basic game, and you can play either 2 players, 3 players, or 4 players. And with a 4-player game, you play 2 teams. So it's a really good game. I'd recommend it very strongly. It's great artwork as well as kind of interesting basic strategy, light strategy, in the end light strategy. So hope you can take a look at it soon. Come up to Jolly Thinkers and take a look. So this is John from Jolly Thinkers. See you next time.